What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of White Chamber. Let's rock this. It's really hard actually to make a spoiler-free review of this film because the revelations or the spoilers themselves are a big part of the story right from the very beginning of this film. But I'm gonna do my best to leave out those details so as to not take the fun away from you finding those out for yourselves. So again, just to be clear, there will be no spoilers in this review of White Chamber, which overall I consider to be disturbing, it's tense, at times frightening, and definitely thought-provoking, featuring a masterful performance by its lead star, Shauna Macdonald. Written and directed by Paul Rashid, the story is set in the United Kingdom in the near future. Civil war rages and martial law has been declared by a military government hell-bent on squashing the opposition. Shauna Macdonald plays a woman who suddenly wakes up in a white cuboid cell that somebody is using in order to torture her for information, an information that she claims to not have. Or does she? But as the line of questioning continues, we're taken on a spiraling journey into the nature of authority. You may have recognized Shauna Macdonald from her work on those Descent movies. I was a fan of the first one, not too crazy about the sequel. But the point is, if you thought that Shauna was great in that spelunking horror franchise, wait till you see her in White Chamber, because it's like she's firing on all cylinders. Her character has this grudge that's kind of bottles up inside, like a walking ticking time bomb. You don't want to get on her bad side, and so you just do what she tells you, because you just never know what could trigger her. It's clear from this film that there are actresses out there like Shauna who would give their 110% even if their movies won't get too many eyeballs, like this one. White Chamber can only hope to get fans mostly in the VOD realms. Shauna gives an explosive, obsessive, emotionally devastating performance. Watching her do her thing in this film feels like a privilege. Her co-star, Odette Fair, famous from those Mummy movies and that Deuce Bigalow Male Gigolo, which by the way is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. He plays the character General Zakarian in White Chamber. And without spilling spoilers, Zakarian's role has to do with this film's political aspect, which is the driving force for the dilemma at hand, and that is the ends justifying the means. You see, science fiction thrillers generally deal with playing God, scientists meddling with things that they're not supposed to, or messing with the natural order in hopes of achieving a new outcome. White Chamber tackles that in a way that makes us question the rights and wrongs of those things. I gotta be honest with you, the first time I watched the trailer, I thought we were in for another movie like that Cube franchise, you know? A big game of deadly puzzles and lethal surprises. Although that's not exactly the case with White Chamber, it does have its own sinister twists and turns, especially in terms of what that cuboid cell can actually do to a human being physically and mentally. I take it this is not a big budget project, considering there's only one location. This war that the characters keep referring to is never really shown. It's something that sort of exists in the distance. The movie does want to give you these characters stubbornly pushing moral boundaries. Makes you wonder how far they can cross that line before turning into sociopaths. But some of that effort does get executed unevenly, as opposed to going gradually. So ultimately, whether or not you agree with writer-director Paul Rashid's observations on politics, and I'm sure he takes loose inspiration from the world's current state of affairs, I think as a science fiction thriller, White Chamber is an effective one that grabs our curiosity from start to finish. So that's it, that's my review of White Chamber. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, subscribe to my channel and press that like button and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. Hey, if you like this review and you want me to make more, Please contribute monthly to help support this channel at Rama Screen Patreon page. Become my patrons today at patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this.